Hello everyone, how's it going? BigLT here. Welcome back to another food review. If it's a little glary, sun's starting to set. I got the light on over here, but not my actual lamp over here. I think I'll be fine. Anyway, more of these, but yeah, Pringles, Mingles, Jalapeño, and Queso. Scotty would like this. Walmart with Pringles. A little over to the side of the actual Pringles, but it's there. Word of warning. Do not sniff the bag or do this. The moment you actually open the bag, huge puff of jalapeno right in your nose. Just overwhelming. Oh my god. Oh boy, that was a strong, very strong whiff of jalapeno in my nostrils. Really strong. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're Scotty, just don't do it. Okay, it's better now. Anyway, whoop. Well, thankfully I landed on the plastic. Anyway, there you go. You're probably wondering why my chair has plastic over it. Well, that's private information that I cannot give out. So anyway. Got a little kick. I don't know what Scotty would think about these. It's got a bit of a kick. Might not mean much for Scotty because his taste tolerance for spicy is very weak compared to me. I don't know if he would like these because, okay, he likes the jalapeno cheddar mac and cheese from Cheetos. He likes the jalapeno cheddar cheese dip, the Frito can. Basically, both brands are from the same company, Frito-Lay's. So, I don't know what he would think of these in particular. It is a little cheesy. It has got some cheese to it. It's also got a kick of that jalapeno. It's puffy, almost like a Cheetos puff. Or as Scotty calls them, cheesy poofs, because he watches South Park. I do too. I just don't use that terminology much. Yes, we're reading the ingredients. Actually, first I need a glass of milk. He's got milk for once. Well, that's because I poured it before I did the review, or thought of doing it. All right, ingredients. Degerminated yellow cornmeal, vegetable oil, which contains a bunch of different types of oil. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of them. And all of them are for freshness, I guess. And then whey. Contains 2% or less of salt. Reduced lactose whey. I'm not going to read that one. Maltodextrin. Not that it matters. Natural and artificial flavor. Cornstarch. Cheddar cheese. Not going to read that. Yeast extract, paprika extract color, the citric acid. Not going to read that one, not going to read that one, not going to read that one. Jalapeno pepper, lactic acid, and don't need to read the color numbers. Turmeric extract color, and contains milk ingredients, may contain eggs and soy. All right. It's been a while. little bit of a story. A little bit. This also involves the channel, so don't worry. What does he mean by that? You will just stick around to find out. So, if you not only watch my food reviews, but also watch my Let's Plays, you know that some of my Let's Plays currently right now are on the PlayStation, mainly the PS5. Well, earlier today, if you guys know that my PlayStation 5 has an external fan. The attachment has 3 fans that blow air from the PS5 out through the vents, so that way hot air doesn't get trapped in there, I believe. But okay, so earlier today, at the time of recording this, I was playing Farming Simulator 25. I was doing my usual stuff. All of a sudden, I get on the screen and it says, "Hey, your PlayStation's getting too hot." And I was like, "Wait, this is the first time I'm getting this on my PlayStation, at least here. When I'm in my friend's place another time, I get it there because his place is hot, and that I can't help." So I was kind of confused. I was like, "Well, it feels a little cool in here. It shouldn't make a difference." So I go back. I go to the PlayStation and check the fans in the back. I find out that 2 of the 3 fans are still working. One of them is starting to slow down, though. The one in the middle completely stops. There's no air coming out of it. So I turn off my PlayStation. I take the attachment off and I feel the fans from the other side. The 2 on the top and the bottom, or left and right, whichever way you determine this, warm but also cool to the touch. And then I touch the middle one, extremely hot. Like, it's not scalding, but it's not burning or anything. But you can feel it just with your fingertip, and can tell, like, yeah, that's heat coming off of that. So anyway, so now I'm in a dilemma of trying to figure out how to basically get my PS5 from not overheating anymore. I've looked at, since this stuff started happening, I've looked up different ways to keep the PlayStation from overheating. They say compressed air through the vents to keep dust out. Doesn't work. They said heat sink. I bought one. Doesn't work. Not to mention I have an internal hard drive now, so I can do that. And the heat sink that I got has a little thing on the bottom to push in. I can't put that over the thing now, so I can't use it. At least I think that's what the heatsink is. They said remove the fan from the console and do that, but I don't have a security screwdriver to do that. So the only other option, I found out about this this morning, that could be the reason why it's overheating, that nobody seems to be telling me, is the liquid metal inside the system might actually be the issue. I can't explain why, but my main reason is probably because sometimes I go to like the Scotty Boy Rules' place or my friend's place in a different town. I carry my PlayStation with me wherever I go, excluding like 2 places, my grandma's and my dad's. Mainly because with my grandma and my dad, well, both my grandma and my dad, first off, only one TV, and second off, no internet. Not that it matters. I can play any game that's on the console without internet, but main reason is because they only have the one TV and they're usually both in use all day. So no reason to bring that. Whereas my friend's place in another town, he has 3 TVs, thankfully. And because it's usually the 3 of us, the main friend who lives there, and then the guy who visits every week, and then me once every 3 times per year, spring, summer, and fall. That's not an issue. I can bring my PlayStation there, no problem. And at Scotty's place, he has 2 TVs usually. One he lets me use, and the other one he watches like YouTube and wrestling and whatnot. I haven't done that in almost 2 years. Almost, Scotty. I said almost. I know it hasn't been exactly 2 years. He mentioned the last time I actually was in his apartment to do anything for all day. back in March of 2024. Can't believe it's been that long. It feels like 2 years already have passed by. I tried to tell him that. Lost track of time. But anyway, so yeah, PlayStation's overheating. I think it has to do with the liquid metal. There's not been a person online has ever mentioned that reason. So I have to possibly take it to a professional so they can open it up, get into the nitty gritty, and look at possibly the liquid metal that's in there. Why we even need to do this, I don't know why. I love the PlayStation 5. The liquid metal thing is going to be a problem if it keeps doing that. And the reason why I bring that up is because I bought my PS5 back in like November of 2023, I think it was. And throughout the winter, no issues. But then again, it's the winter, so I didn't think it was going to be any issues. It wasn't until summer I started having those issues. And no, wait a minute. No, it was 2022 actually. Now I remember. PlayStation I got in 2022, 2023 in the summer. That's when it was starting to overheating. I know that now because I was playing Farming Simulator 25 in 2 separate summers. One summer I couldn't play the PS5 version anymore, so I went to the PS4 version. And then the next summer, I was doing the PS4 version. This was just months away from Farming Simulator 25, but I was live streaming the game, the 22 game, on the channel for a few months during the summer. So there was that too. I wouldn't mind doing them again. The only reason why I don't do live streams anymore is because I get nervous doing live streams. Half the time I don't know what to say. I don't get much interactions from anyone. And I know Farming Simulator, it's kind of boring. Well, yeah, it does get boring when you're just watching AI just kind of do everything for you and you're just sitting there trying to figure out what are you going to try to say. I could look at other games. I don't know which ones yet. So that's kind of the reason why I haven't done any live streams lately. There's your reason. But anyway, I think I've done enough story-related stuff. Mainly the main reason that story was to talk about my situation with my PS5. Might be limited to doing certain Let's Plays again on the channel, even Wuthering Waves. I've repositioned my PS5. Hopefully it'll run a little better. I don't know. They always tell me like well ventilated and like a certain feet away from any like surfaces, at least for the vents. I'm trying a new spot right now. I'm letting my PlayStation cool down. I'm going to try again later. I'll let you know. But anyway, what you're waiting for? Rating, right? First off, I'm going to give you a few more of these. The rating? 9.25 out of 10. Different, huh? Normally I do 9 or 9.5 or 10. I'm going to go with a 9.25 this time. It's a very rare type of rating I usually do. I will do them very rarely if I can't make up my mind on where I lean towards. So I was like, do I lean towards a 9 or do I lean towards a 9.5? I couldn't make up a decision, so I decided to ultimately go with a 9.25. I feel like it's okay. It's like stars. You can do like 5 stars or 4 3/4 or 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 or something like that. I feel like I can do it the same. It's just a very rare thing I'll do. So anyway, that'll do it for me. I know it was a long video. I do apologize. I know it's getting into the nitty-gritty of the story. I haven't done them for a while. Thought maybe this would be a good time to do it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this food review. I've been BigLT, and I'll see you guys next time for another food review. You have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.